I went ahead and bought at Jack's Salvage in Sanford. Brian and John were really great to deal with. So anyway, what I'm going to try and do is separate the pipes from the muffler, and I need to go ahead and work on these two bolts to see if I can go ahead and separate those pipes. The reason being is these grommets, I want to go ahead and have them powder coated, so I need to get them off. Okay, so I managed to separate the tubes from the muffler, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and navel jelly these and see how much they shine up. Once that's done, I've got to get the grommets on the other ones out. Alright, so the bike is now in the garage. One of the things we're going to be doing is removing the actual motor from the rest of the frame so that we can work on the frame, clean it up, and make sure that it's painted and take as much rust off as we possibly can. One of the tricks here that we're going to need to do is this particular cover, once all the bolts are loosed, it is held on by magnets because it's the generator. So one of the things we don't want to do is we don't want to bang on it. So we're going to work really hard at pulling this out. The other thing is we're going to have to disconnect the chain from the motor, so we needed to remove this cover. We did it with using this specialty tool. It's an impact driver I've had for years, and you essentially put it into the screw, you hit it with a hammer and you turn, and the force of the two go ahead and loosen the soft screws up. They're really, it's a real essential tool for working with this particular type of screw because it's very easy to strip the heads without this particular tool. The other challenge we have with this particular bike is that I'm going to need to lift the engine itself up and take it out on the right side of the case, and to do that I only have one jack, so I'm going to be putting a piece of plywood under the engine itself, and I'm going to jack it up, remove the bolts, jack it up. I'm going to build a stand on which we can just basically slide the engine right onto the stand, and then from that wooden stand I'm going to be able to then put it onto the jack again and move it from the jack to a location right over here so that I can then go ahead and work on the frame, and then when the time comes I'll go ahead and polish the engine base up, and then I will take the engine itself, put it back in the frame, and I will start to go ahead and rebuild the engine from that point on.